Hello everyone, Mrs. Harrison here. I just wanted to give you a couple of tips for how to mark your work in Google Docs and maybe a few other things you thought you didn't know how to do in Google Docs. So I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, so what we should be seeing now is a Google Doc, okay, similar to the Google Docs that you have when you have an assignment, okay. And I've just got an example of two sentences here. So one of them is correct and one of them is incorrect. And I'm going to just show you how you'd go about marking them. So first of all, this one is actually incorrect, okay. And so all I need to do here, and there's a couple of ways to do this, it's just going to be personal preference really, if you think that works for you or not, okay. But you can either type in, okay, that this is incorrect and give the correction, okay, and your correction here is that a stem cell is a cell that is not specialized, okay, and then we could put that whole lot in green using text coloring, okay. So currently that's set on black. I click on that and then I go to a green color and then I can unhighlight, okay. So that's one way we could do it. There is another way we can do it, which actually on Google Docs is quite neat, that actually corrects that sentence, okay. So you could actually show that you've done the correction. All you'd have to do is highlight where the problem is there. So I'm going to highlight there, okay, and I can suggest an edit, okay, and that will be that is not, okay. So then that would show up as an edit, okay. So I would be able to see that as a teacher that you had then marked that, okay, and you had changed the answer there, okay, and I would be able to see that when you did that, okay, and then I could comment there, or I could even make my own adjustments for you there as well, as I have indeed some done for some of you already, okay. Now if it was correct, okay, you can just easily type correct there, okay. I'm actually doing it there as an edit, okay, you could do that, okay. And I'm just going to swap back to editing mode, okay. So you can see there we can swap back to editing, suggesting, okay, just up there. And I'm just going to say if it was correct. I could just type correct, and again I could just change the text color to green, okay. Now the other way we could do this, lots of different ways, okay, that are acceptable, is instead of changing the text color, we could just highlight it. So we could highlight it in green. We can highlight it in any of these greens, okay, and we could say that one's correct. Or again, if we said incorrect, we would again highlight that in green, like so, okay, and then I'd put the correction also highlighted in green. So a stem cell is a cell that is not specialized, okay. And I might even, if I want to just make the point that that's the bit I got wrong, I could bold it and I could underline it, okay. I used Control B and Control U there, but you could just highlight it and then click those two buttons, bold and underline, okay. It just makes it really clear what you've corrected, and for your teacher that then means they can easily see that you've done an absolutely fantastic job, okay, and they can just go straight to, right, okay, they've done the work and they've corrected it. That's a 4 straight off the bat. I just want to show you a couple of other things you can do as well, which I've seen people using these functions, okay, but not everyone is. So I just wanted to show you that those are available to you. So if we just take a look here, we can go insert, we've got special characters here, okay. There are absolutely loads of these special characters here. Now I'm going to go to symbol. There's arrows, there's all sorts of things, okay. Lots of things that we could use here, okay, that are really helpful. And you can flick through, you can see there's absolutely loads of options, okay. there's maths there, there's loads of things, okay? So all you have to do is click on one of those and you can see it inserted it there. Still in green highlight, I'll take that off. Okay, and then I can just type after that. Okay, so another thing I want to show you, which I thought might be quite helpful for science, but it may also be applicable in other subjects. But the other option we have here is you can see there's an insert equation. Now, what you can do is you can use this to write in an equation. So say if in science you were being asked to do an equation, a chemical reaction, let's say, okay, you could use that to say, let's say, magnesium plus oxygen reacts to form magnesium oxide. Okay, so we've got a nice clear sort of way of doing that, and it keeps it all together then. Okay, so there's no issues with it kind of jumping around your arrows or your plus signs or anything like that. So that's quite neat. And then you can see when I tap to go down, I'm back to normal writing. That might be quite a useful thing for those of you who are doing a lot of chemistry at the moment, which I know there are lots of you doing that. It's a really nice, easy way to write out a word equation, and indeed to be able to write out a formula equation as well. Okay, so have a great day, guys.